Hey everyone, I am Nitij, and in this video we are going to explore some of the best practices for using TypeScript with React. By the end of this session, you will be equipped with valuable insights to write cleaner, more efficient, and type-safe React code. So let's get started. The first best practice that I want to talk about is to explicitly type react.fc or react.function component when using functional React components. So it brings several advantages. It provides implicit type checking for the children prop, which might otherwise be overlooked, ensuring that any children passed to the component are valid React nodes. Furthermore, it makes your component's type declaration explicit, which improves readability and maintainability, especially for other developers who might work on your codebase. Second one is to provide the types for custom hooks. So custom hooks in React are designed to extract component logic into reusable functions. When you type these hooks, you define the shape of the input parameters and the output return values, which helps with predictability and reusability of the hook. Fully typing custom hooks allows you to catch errors early in the development process, as TypeScript can alert you if you are passing or expecting the wrong type of data. The third one is to avoid inline type declarations because they can clutter your component code and make it harder to read. By defining types outside of your components, you not only clean up your component code, making it more readable, but also allow for the reuse of those types across your application. This practice can save time if you have multiple components that share similar props or state shapes. Next best practice is to provide the types for the event handlers properly. So JavaScript's event handlers come with a variety of event objects based on the type of event being handled, which can be click, change, submit, etc. TypeScript can specifically type these event objects so that you have access to all the correct event properties within your handler function. This specifically helps prevent runtime errors and ensures that you are using the event object as intended. Next one is to provide type information for the props which are being used with higher order components. So higher order components can be tricky because they often inject props into components which might not be explicitly declared. By typing these props, you can ensure that any component wrapped by the higher order component will receive the right props with the correct types. It also helps with the discoverability of what props are added by the higher order component, which can otherwise become hard to identify. Next best practice that I'm going to talk about is to create enumerations for component variants. So enumerations in TypeScript are a good way of giving more friendly names to sets of values. By using enumerations for component variants, you can clearly define the possible values a prop can take. This can make your code more readable and maintainable, and the use of enumerations can help prevent bugs related to invalid prop types. The last best practice that I will talk about is to provide type for hook arguments and return values. So when using hooks like useState and useContext, they can work with a variety of data types. By specifying types for arguments and return values, we ensure that the data handled by the hooks is predictable and that components using the hooks can rely on receiving data of the correct type. This practice leads to safer code and can also provide better developer tooling such as IntelliSense in your IDE. So these were all the best practices that I wanted to cover in this video. I hope this session has been illuminating and you have picked up some TypeScript best practices that you can apply in your React projects. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, then please consider subscribing. It's a great way to show support and ensures you don't miss out on future content. Thanks for watching and I will see you next time.